Mr. Savage has some of the fastest mechanics in Fortnite, but today you're going to see him playing the Middle East Soda Cash Cup and winning a game with 18 eliminations. If this video does not prove to you that fast mechanics don't matter as much as you think they do, I know what will. So here we are, we're off spawn and Mr. Savage goes around that corner really nicely, having a right hand peek, and then, you know, sometimes you just have to go for it. He forces the 50-50, he believes in his aim, and he wins it. Something players that aren't playing fast mechanics do so well is they prioritize their aim. Now let's see how Mr. Savage wins this while he's not able to use his fast mechanics due to his ping. He proceeds with the players coming, puts a wall and just shoots him. That is simple enough. When a player is coming towards you, you should have some counter piece control so you can escape and you can use it to kill him. And what I like to do that Mr. Beast does, Mr. Savage, he went away, made space, and healed up, and now he's on the fight again. He sees his opponent, he's trying to get that starting damage. Because you're not using fast mechanics to win fights, you need to be smart, and being smart is trying to get an advantage in fights. And what does Mr. Savage do is he gets a bit of a beam, and watch this really nice phase in play. You can do this without fast mechanics, phases in and gets the elimination. All that is timing. You practice running at a wall and destroying it at the same time, you will phase in. Here, now, we're not watching this in slow motion, we're just seeing the fight take place. I really like the way Mr. Savage was dropping on his wall safely, but there was no one there, so he goes on the hunt again, looking for more eliminations. Now, Mr. Savage obviously really smart, and he still does have good mechanics, but he can't be anything fast. So it's very interesting how he got 18 eliminations. I mean, it just goes to show how good he is, but again, you'll see in these fights, he just plays smart. He surprises the opponent with the Void, gets a good tag, and does nice simple edits. Not loads of triple edits, just a few cones, one wall, and then he edits the cones and edits that cone and shoots the opponent. Again, he gets tagged for a lot of damage. What does he do? He builds up in hearts, and now he's popping minis. You have to have quick reactions though when you're on high ping, or when you're not having just fast mechanics. You know, it's good to have fast reactions, unlike that guy. Do not, when you're using the Voids, do not be open or exposed to other opponents like that. You should sit in the back of your box and then throw the Void out. This opponent, that was just 50-50, not much to say about that. They're just a partner again, having good aim. And again, this guy in the open, you know, some of these players might not have been the best, but as I said, Mr. Savage does not use fast mechanics to win this, just really, really good aim. Alright, this next fight though, there is something to learn. So this is a metal box. How does Mr. Savage beat an opponent in a metal box? First of all, he just puts some pressure on, he's reloading his gun. Having reload management is crucial when you're not editing fast, because hitting your shots is important. To hit your shots, you need to have bullets in your gun. Thing is though, this is probably the best opponent Mr. Savage came up against, so he did the right thing and he disengaged. Guys, don't hate the idea of disengaging from fights. It's what all the best do. Even though pros are so good, there's a lot of times they'll disengage from a player that they think will just be a nuisance. And that shot, by the way, that was just really nice tracking of the opponent moving through the air, and a great elimination by Mr. Savage. And now he's so many materials. Again, this is getting the advantage. Getting these materials will give Mr. Savage the advantage to win fights. If opponent has, you know, good ping, they're from Middle East, they're playing fast. Oh wait, actually, let's look at this quickly. That was a really nice edit. Mr. Savage has the control of the edits, doesn't need to do anything fancy. And he gets eliminated by tracking the player through the walls while he's shooting. But back to what I was saying. It's about getting the advantage. I say this word a lot, but it's so true. There's actually so many games I've watched from pros where they don't do any fast mechanics. They simply just either are always sneaking, sort of getting the starting beams on opponents. Okay, what the fuck? Okay, we just saw that right. I was chilling in the bush. And now he's dying to storm. Oh, that was such a new play. Anyway. Yeah, either they're hiding, they have more materials so they can just keep building and shooting. They have more shields, they can keep taking 50-50s and having more health every time. Guys, focus on the advantage. And let's say, you know, one of your advantages is the shields you have. Don't be greedy. Use those shields to win that fight, because what's the most important thing is that you live through every fight. Yeah, you might be down loads of shields, but you'll still be alive. Okay, now we're going to see, we're close to the win of this game. Mr. Savage is on this guy. He's not doing anything insane. He's just trying to see if the opponent will make any mistakes. And he does. He gets the double edits, predicts where he's going to come out. Good. I think he's listing here. You can't just see him through metal walls. So good awareness. There's a player behind this tree, which I think he heard him because he was pickaxing it, and maybe he was just moving visual sound effects. And this guy was already weak. He drops down and gets the elimination. Guys, fast mechanics is not everything, and you can do good in solo cash cups without them.